know what happened right there.
Well, I see the instrumental back doing his own thing again.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was I was like, man, I feel like I'm your big brother looking over you.
Yeah.
Like at
You
first you
zoomed
like,
in there.
I feel
Like my
like I'm you.
chairs. Yeah. I'm just got to be a little brother. This shit just look crazy.
That boy looks so disproportionate. What's up, y'all? Yeah, that's what y'all love about us, the imperfections. We ain't gonna change. It's a live show. This ain't no pre-recorded. Yeah, big dog.
Yeah, there we go. A little better. That's a little better, right?
Yeah, not facts. We definitely
we back.
Yeah. I love it though. Oh wait, let me take it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, how you do it again? How you do it again? Must be oh no, duh. It'll be on the QR codes. All right, there we go. Now I can see my head over here.
There we go.
All right, audio good? We good?
Yeah, we good. Just almost Satan was trying to find a way.
He was trying to, but we never
was trying to find a way. Literally 15 seconds before that screen cut back, I had no audio.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I hurried up and fixed it, but
that's why I was like, that was weird. You know, now they, it didn't. Well, I don't know if you noticed on this side, on the restream side of it, but now they have it to where when we do the theme show, when we do the theme song, it goes into it now it auto switches.
Oh,
so I used to have to time it, and then I would hit it, and then it would go to the next scene. But now it just does it on its own, which is such a the little things that just
it's the quality of life changes that they provide us with that mean the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely get you. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for episode 136. This is your boy Peachy Perfect.
And I'm Vino Flight.
And I'm sorry, I'm look like I'm overpowering Vino right now, y'all. He just, I don't know. I think I might be zoomed in on my camera. We don't know, but
I honestly think your chair just sit up higher than mine.
Probably is. So, but my chair at work, it just keeps sinking. I don't know if it's because I'm big or if it's the chair not being put together properly.
I'm gonna go with the chair not being put together.
That's what I'm gonna go with too, Vino, because I feel like every other chair I sit in don't do that. But when I get in that one, at the end of the day, I notice I'm eye level with my computer.
It's just a gradual thing.
Yeah, it happens throughout the day. As the hour goes on, I'm just getting smaller and smaller.
Nah, yeah, I completely understand that. I feel like that's what happened with this chair. I could be wrong. I mean, I just tried to lift this chair all the way up, but I mean, it could be the desk too. Let me see, because I got one. I got like a standing desk.
Oh, okay.
And I was watching. I did a watch party. I had a watch playback. Shout out Playback TV. They got stuff on and popping. Shout out Torrin. Shout out my little brother Torrin. He got the NBA League Pass on and popping, so I was able to do the playback stream. And I was watching the Rockets versus Bucks game on Sunday, so I was turned up. And I stood up, so I had to raise the desk up while I was standing up. You know what I'm saying? So I could still be eye level with the camera. So it could be still fluctuating with that. But shout out Playback TV, man. We back on that. Now the watch party's gonna be for real. Only way you're gonna be able to really watch the games though on that platform is if you have League Pass. But you can still come over there and vibe out. So
okay. So that's where you're gonna be at now on Playback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna still be streaming to like Twitch, YouTube, and all of that, but it's gonna be from.
If you have NBA Pass, watch it on Playback so you can see the game as well.
Yeah,
gotcha. But anywhere else, if you don't have NBA League Pass, then feel free to tap in.
You can still tap in on all of those platforms. But if you want to be able to see the game while I'm watching the game, you have to have League Pass.
Gotcha.
If I'm not mistaken. From what I was told from them. So.
Yeah. Now that sounds lit though. I wish definitely NFL had something like that. But it sucks because not everybody has this particular package. I mean, it don't suck. I mean, I get why they're doing it that way, but still, how cool is that though?
It's absolutely it's dope. I'm just glad that somebody's thought about dabbling in that and actually reaching with the NBA and trying to get some type of partnership, some type of deal going to where creators, small creators, are able to do such thing.
No,
the Reverend The
Yeah.
Reverend. Hey,
Yeah.
while we here, happy Veterans Day, man. Shout out to my uncle who served.
That's it. Uncle Henry.
Yeah, shout out to my
So,
uncle Henry who served. Shout out, God rest his soul. Shout out to my grandfather who served.
mhm.
My other uncle Torrin and TJ's father that he served. So the three most important men in my life, they all serve. So happy Veterans Day to all of y'all, man.
Well, like you were too busy hooping. That's what you should have been doing.
No, that's what they wanted me to do was to hoop. So they served so I could hoop.
They was like them old gangsters on in the hood. Nah, homie, this ain't the life for you,
Yeah,
man.
that's exactly what it was. Now
This ain't the life for you, little homie.
I think if I'm not mistaken, and Uncle Henry correct me if I'm wrong, but I think my Uncle Henry hooped in the Air Force. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Air Force. Yeah, I think he's Air Force because I know my grandfather was Navy, and I want to say Uncle Troy was Navy too. I could be wrong about him, but yeah. But my Uncle Henry hoop, but he told me like, yeah, that's the way. Keep going down that basketball path. You gonna make something out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, shout like Vino said, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all veterans out there. Happy Veterans Day to everyone across this nation. Thank you
shout
all
out to
for
my Uncle John too. God rest his soul.
Shout-
My Uncle John Kenny's grandfather. He also served as well. God rest his soul. So shout out to my Uncle John as well.
Shout out to Uncle John. But
Shout
like I
out to
said,
Kenny, shout out to Kenny and everything, So yeah.
all those out there that serving across the country, man, served. Excuse me. Happy Veterans Day. Veterans Day for people that ain't serving no more.
Yes.
It ain't for active military members. So stop telling them Happy Veterans Day and stop telling them Happy Memorial Day. They ain't dead.
Yeah. I always thought that was weird. I just tell them like, regardless of the day, I appreciate your service if they still serving.
Yeah, we need to have like an army day, like a military day. That's what
I feel like it
probably is.
It's all type of holidays.
It's a day for there's national water bottle day. There's national carpet day. There's national tequila day. There's national vodka days. I mean, there's national days for everything. So
sure National Strawberry Day. Yeah, National Donut Day.
And National Vanilla Cupcake Day. I think that was yesterday. Yes, it was on the 10th because I was gonna do something for the staff. I forgot actually. Now I'm talking to you about it. That's kind of weird.
That's the HR in you.
Yeah, but it was National Vanilla Cupcake Day yesterday. So yeah, that's a day for everything. But I feel like the military should have like a day like Memorial Day, like Veterans Day. They should have a day where you can praise active members. Like I said, unless am I tripping about something? Let me see. Am I tripping on the holiday? Am I just making sure that none of the major holidays is where you kind of do that at? But no. But anyways, it would be dope to have that because I mean a lot of the military get paid. Not get paid. Excuse me. A lot of the military get praised wherever they go out, anyways. What I mean on a day-to-day basis when they show up.
And as they should, man.
Right.
As they should. So yeah.
I remember I was going to join the Air Force, man.
You were?
I was going to join the Air Force.
What stopped you?
So I was going to join the Air Force.
Right.
I was torn between joining the military or just go back to school.
Okay.
So when I was kind of contemplating, I was thinking about joining the military and I was weighing all of my options. So I researched the Air Force, I researched the Navy, I researched the Marine Corps, I researched the National Guard.
Right.
I researched how to be a Navy SEAL. Right. I researched how to be an Army Ranger. And I researched how to be, I forgot what they call the elite Air Force fighters. But I researched how to do all this because I was like, I feel like I would have been good in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to join the military. I didn't care about fighting. I wanted to, one, serve the country, but also at that time, I wanted to live somewhere else.
Okay.
So I wanted to go experience other things.
Yeah, experience
other
travel.
Countries, other nationalities, other ethnicities. Just that's what I cared about the most.
Okay.
So I don't know why I was looking up being a Navy SEAL. That would have never happened.
Yeah, that's they different.
But I respect those men and gals so much man, I'm just a fan of Navy SEALs.
Yeah, shout out to my nephew. He in the Navy. He in the Navy. I don't think he in the Navy SEAL,
Well, if he
but
ain't no Navy SEAL, we ain't shouting him out right now.
he in the Navy. He getting shot out. He in the Navy.
We talking
Navy
about the Navy
SEALs is
SEAL.
definitely different though. Navy SEAls are one of a kind. They
We
are
ain't shouting
the
out
elite
regular.
of, like, if elite is the highest level,
Yes.
they're above that.
Yeah, that's a
They're
great way to
above
put that.
Yeah.
So shout out to your cousin too. That's in the Navy. But the Navy is what I wanted to join because the Navy, what I heard from the jokes amongst each branches is that the Navy ain't nothing. They just drop you off at war. That's what I always heard about the Navy. They just drop you off at war. You get in here, you get on the boat. They're gonna take you where you need to be, and then say, "Hey, we'll see y'all later." And then that was the Navy.
Right.
I didn't join the Navy because I don't like. I like being on the water, but I don't like being in the water.
Okay.
So I didn't want to deal with that, and I would have probably failed the swimming test several times. The Army, I didn't want to be an Army because when I think of Army, I think of Call of Duty, I think of Battlefield, I think of me going out there and my KD is like 5 and 20. So that's I don't want to go to the Army because I feel like then I'm gonna be knocked out real quick.
Okay.
So I settled. I said the Marines. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Come on, do I look like a Marine to you? Could y'all see, chat? Everybody that know me, could y'all see me as a Marine?
I couldn't see you as anything military wise.
Air Force, yes, because let me tell you why. See,
Okay.
that's the easy one, okay? And that's the one that the Air Force is the one that everybody says is the weakest one.
I mean, I never know, so
I don't care. I think their training camp is like 6 to 8 weeks. I think it is. Like the Army's is like 12. The Marines is like 16 or something like that. But yeah, like the Air Force is kind of like not the fighters. You know what I mean?
because they flying, they not boots to the ground.
But they do have a boots to the ground elite special force. I just don't remember the name of it. But if you ever talk to a recruiter, they'll make it sound so good.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Nigga, one got me like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Not literally. It was like maybe a couple months ago. I was at a job fair and he was in the booth next to me. He said nothing to me the entire time. And then I did my part at my booth. I'm talking to my people. I'm getting ready to wrap up. He walks over to me. He's like, "Hey man, I see how you handled yourself in front of all the people, man. I just said you're quite a remarkable guy." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, sir." And so I got to talking back to him, and I was like, "Yeah." So man, I was telling him kind of the similar story I'm telling you right now. Yeah, man, I was gonna go to the Air Force. He was like, "Oh, what happened?" You know, I tell him what happened. I'm gonna finish the story in a little bit. I said, "This is what happened." Blah blah. And he said, "Well, man, if you have to think about it, you should join the Army." I said, "Me? Join the Army?" I said, "Nah, man. I'm about to get married, man. Like 2 weeks, man. You know, I just about to start a whole new life, and I just don't know if I'll be able to be an Army soldier." He looks at me and says, "Sir, you have great posture. You look fit, and the way you commanded the room today, you will be a great fit in the United States Army. And I tell you what, you'll be even better at taking my job." I said, "What is your job?" He said, "My job is 35F. What is it called? Something intelligence." I said, "Huh?" I said, "What do you do?" He said, "Every morning I brief the military on I brief the commanders on where the troops are in enemy territories and how they're, basically people live and die because of you, because you give them the plan." Me, I'm like,
you was
I
so
was like, "What? Something I could tell my kids?" What is the job? Hold on. What's 30? What is 35F? It's something intelligence. And I was like, ooh. Hold on.
He looking up on his phone, y'all, because he want to flex.
Intelligence analysis.
Okay.
I would have been an intelligence analysis, and they would tell you like the enemy hasn't moved, and like you were surveying it. You have to gather that information and then brief the commanders. Happy Veterans Day to my mother-in-law too. You have to brief the commanders.
Okay.
So I said, "Yeah." It's like, I was feeling myself, like I was feeling myself until I got home.
Wait, what happened when you got home?
So, Flight, I was very interested in this, right?
Right.
But I didn't know how to tell Chaz that I was about to join the United States Army. I didn't. Flight took me 3 weeks to muster up something. I talked to this man 3 weeks ago. We in the DR and everything. I'm just on the plane with a big secret.
Oh my God. He on the plane about to go ahead and marry the woman of his dreams. And he got a big secret that
I had
he
a
want to
big
join
secret
the
on the
army.
plane flight. Like, I can't wait till we get back. I'm gonna kill him with this news. I can't wait to get back. Nah, you know, I'm on the plane. Should I tell her? Should I not? How do you tell your wife to be that you're getting ready to join the United States Army?
There's something wrong with you, bro.
So then, you know, so now I'm scared to say something. Like we 5 weeks in. I had to throw it out there a little. I was like, you know, yeah, I know, man, maybe I should join the army. Man, I don't know. I'm just tired of this, bro. Join the army. Yeah, I mean, this guy, this guy, this commanding officer, this general, this high-ranking 5-star general just saw me in the hallway and was just like, "Hey, you look like you could be an intelligence analysis." And I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "Man, you tell all the good guys where the bad guys are." And I was like, "Huh, I do that now. I'm a snitch now." I was like, "That's easy." I was like, I can do that. And you know, it come with good benefits. You know how when they about joining the military, tell you everything is good. It come with good benefits, and you get to stay on base, and they pay for your school after a couple. You know, I want my school paid for. And so that was, and then he was like, "How you expect to go to the military?" I was like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? what was I thinking? You know, that's silly me.
Oh boy.
Silly me.
No, you funny, bro.
Hey, this is my size, homie. Kid trying to jack me.
trying to jack you via chat is crazy.
But the last thing though, to go back to the original story, the only reason why I didn't join is because I was too fat. That's where I was going with that story. That pay for school is very persuasive. Yes, it's persuasive. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Nah, it almost got Kate.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I can see Kate looked like a little.
Kate said she was about to go Navy. A recruiter got her too.
The way she was floating in that water, I can see it.
That's another, because she originally was going to school to study marine biology. And came across a recruiter, obviously Navy, water, marine biology, pay for school, like all of that was sounding good, but obviously it didn't.
In the Navy, my friends that I have in the Navy, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. They look like they be having time in their life. You know, you be going to different countries and stuff. Like they be having the time of their life. So
yeah, Kate's nephew, he done been all over the world. He send us pictures on Snapchat of where he at.
Yeah,
like yeah.
I got a classmate of mine in Japan be having him the greatest time ever.
Mm-hmm.
I
got recruited by the New York Merchant Marine Academy.
Okay.
I got recruited out of high school by the New York Merchant Marine Academy. I know my mom's still in here. She remember this. There was a point in time where they were if I'm not mistaken, and Mama, if you in here, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they were one of the first schools to offer me a full ride. And when they said that number, I said, "Damn, it's about we going to New York." And then he said, "It was a Navy. It wasn't the Navy. Maybe it was. I don't know." But they recruited me out of high school, and they said full ride, and they was like, "But you got to serve at least 5 years after you graduate." And I was just like, "What happens? What happens if I go crazy and I'm league bound?" You gotta fulfill your obligation to serve. It's like, so my dream, like if I go crazy and kill and I get drafted to go hoop, y'all gonna say that's the wrong draft. I'm not doing that. So I turned that down immediately. But yeah, that number was crazy.
I would imagine.
That number was crazy, dog. But they said it don't matter if you kill or not, you gonna be serving regardless. So
Mother, I
Merchant
don't know
Marine
what
and
I learned.
basketball.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I had to serve 5 years after. Yep. Didn't matter if I killed and was on a draft board. Didn't matter if I was going number 1 or number 60 or going into a summer league team or getting picked up in free agent. It didn't matter. I had to serve my 5 years after I graduated.
Nah, bro, I didn't do go, bro, and hit that transfer portal, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And you know how the transfer portal back then is nothing like it is now. Like that transfer portal was a little spooky back then compared to now. Niggas transferring in the portal in college like it's high school.
That's facts. That's definitely facts. No, I was not prepared for the one question you had. I just couldn't know how I was going to tell you that your husband was about to be
I didn't even think about
soldier.
that, Chaz. I did not think about that. All you asked was how you gonna get there.
Because I wasn't really prepared for question. I was prepared for this is what I'm about to do. So deal with it. I
That's
signed
what
the
you did.
papers.
Yeah, that's
I'm a
what you
soldier.
thought. That's what you thought. You
I'm a
thought it
soldier.
was gonna be. You thought it was gonna be that smooth.
Yeah, but I was scared. So Fly, I swear to God, I thought about it. I was like, man, what the life I can give them, you know, for going, you know, blah blah blah. But the Air Force told me I was too fat 10 years ago.
What they gonna tell you now?
They gonna be like, sir, just come back. sir, just come back. And I'm gonna leave there and go straight to Popeyes
On the Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. But no, like I said, happy that was a funny Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
That was funny.
That was literally it was April. Now when I was telling the story, I made me remember it was April because it was like a week or two before we left. Because I did tell him, I was like, yeah, it like all jokes aside, it did sound very interesting. I really was like, of course I told it in the comedic way, but I was really thinking like, okay, if I go, then I was like, okay, what if I do the reserves and then I can do this for a little time just to try to think of a way to elevate. That's all I was thinking about.
I mean, you're not wrong for thinking about it. There's a lot of people that they get across a recruiter and they like shit.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine, you know, being out and enlisted, and then they be like, all right, we're drawing names. These people going to Israel.
They get wicked. They get wicked for sure. But
soldier Darrell Petrie.
You knew what you signed up for. You knew what you signed up for.
I be crying.
Man, you know what you signed up for?
They do make the military sound like a dream vacation. Recruiter, stop doing that. Recruiter, stop. Like, tell it what it is. Like I watched them trainings with basic training. I'm literally watching this flight. Like, dang, can I get through it? Like, I mean, they yell at you as soon as you get off the man. As soon as they be so nice, they were like, you're gonna have a great time. Get out there, and you're gonna be able to water your lawn and. You're going to be able to raise your kids in the white picket fence. And when you're at camp, this is going to go by really smooth. They can't touch you or anything. As soon as you pull up to the camp, get off the but you got 12 seconds to they give you some unreasonable stuff. You got 10 seconds to put your drawers, your pants, your shoes, your socks, and your shirt on.
Now did you say that? just for shits and giggles, right? Uh-huh. How fast you think you can put all of that on?
Man, take right now.
you said that a recruiter came up. It ain't got to be right now. Back before we went to the DR for that beautiful wedding.
Oh, but that's still right now. So let's see. The socks will be well. I can't start with the socks because I got to sit down for them. So maybe let's try the underwear first. That's gonna take a little bit. Then let's do the pants. Then the shirt, because the socks I'm gonna have to sit down, put one on, breathe, then put the other one on. So there's no way I'm gonna move as fast as Sergeant Dickens want me to move.
Sergeant Dickens. Why is that the first name?
I don't know. They make it seem like it is the perfect place. You look at the commercials. They got niggas planting flags. Hold on. They got niggas planting flags, playing on computer screens. This is every military commercial. They playing on computer screens,
Man,
handing files over to one another, and then they be like, "Be strong, aren't be strong."
bro,
I'm like,
I'm not
I
dealing
can
with
hand
you,
some
bro.
files over.
Not dealing with you.
I would make it. That's the one thing I will say. I would definitely make it out there. Even today, I can leave out there right now. I will find the heart to make it.
I
I
mean,
would
I
not
would.
quit. I wouldn't go out there and quit.
If I had to,
I'll fake an injury before I
I'll
quit.
figure it out. But it wasn't. I wasn't cut for that.
I can make Air Force basic training. Now, Army, Marines, and the Navy and all that, man, they make the Navy. They got this thing called Hell Week. Let me teach y'all something about this. They got the Navy SEALs have this week called Hell Week. This week is basically like their test week. They're like flight. They say you sleep like about 5 hours the entire week.
Nah, that's crazy.
The entire week.
Mm-mm.
Man, you going out there and you gotta, I don't know if this is part of Hell Week, but this is part of the Navy SEALs training. You gotta go out there and sit in that cold water, locked in arms, while them waves hitting you out there on that beach. Man, please.
Not me.
Look, the only thing I was worried about when it came to basic training, I know we can move on. The one thing I was worried, I don't know what we're moving on to, but we're gonna move on. The only thing I was worried about, and I know my military people in the chat, Mullah, I know y'all will know what I'm talking about. They got this part that I think all branches do this. They got this part where you have to go into a gas chamber. Are you familiar with this flight?
I feel like I heard about that.
Okay, so you have to go into this gas chamber and you're going in with your mask. When you get in the gas chamber, they're going to tell you to remove your mask. You remove your mask, and I think they tell you to take 3 deep breaths in. So you're taking in all this, and then they open the doors and you have to walk out. And I guess the gas, when it interacts with the air outside, it burns your face. And when I see people be struggling, that's the part I would have struggled on. Because I've never had my face burning, but I couldn't imagine how it feels.
I couldn't imagine either.
And like you have, and I don't know last that long, but like that's always. Every time I look at these training and these camp videos, I be like, man, that's the part I would struggle with the most. The running and all that stuff, blah blah blah. I play sports. I'll get through it. I'll find a way to dig deep. But something I ain't never did has been no gas chamber.
I don't think anybody has just said like, "Hey, yeah, let me hop in this gas chamber real quick, start my day."
Let me see what they be talking about.
Yeah, let me see what they're talking about, man. Let me go ahead and hop in this hole for a quick, 45 seconds. Hold my breath. See how my lungs act.
I couldn't even do the what do you call the little ice thing?
The ice bucket challenge. Oh, you talk about the you talk about the cryo chamber.
What? I was in that bug.
So, bro, Kate used to, when we was living in Oklahoma, Kate used to work at the same gym that I used to work at, and they had a cryo thing in there. That's where she was working at. And so I went there and I did the cryo chamber. I was in there for 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That 2 minutes felt like 24 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I could not breathe. It was so cold, bro. I was stiff, everything locked up. But once I thawed out, the best I ever felt. The best I ever felt. But it's cold. That's like nitrogen that's going through that chamber, bro.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I was in there and I'm just watching the clock. I couldn't watch nothing else.
Nah, it's
Let me tell you how bad it was when I did it fly at the gym. When they opened it, it was nothing but smoke.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know how deep it was. Ran right into the wall.
Because you couldn't see.
I'd never been in one, so I didn't know how deep it was.
Right. You didn't know if you could just keep walking back and sit down. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get in, pumped up, all right, All right, so I jumped in there and boom, hit the wall. I said, God dang, nobody, y'all could at least told me it was a step in. Y'all saw me gathering up.
They could have told you.
Man, that cryo. I know me and Chaz went to the Gangnam Spa, and you go to different rooms, and they got like the different like we went to the cold room. It wasn't cryo cold, but it was like 20-something degrees in there. You could sit in there. Then we had to go into the dungeon room. It's like a room that's extremely hot.
Like a sauna?
You've never been to this spa place before?
Like a sauna?
Like all I remember was that it was terrifying on the outside because it looks like Bowser's castle, and so it's like a tunnel that you. It's a tunnel, and then it's a dome. So, and this what makes it worse. Every other room you could open up the door and walk in. Open up a regular door and walk in. This is the only one that was like a little tunnel, and so you had to duck walk.
No.
You have to duck walk, and then once you get in, it's like this big fire pit in the middle, and everybody just sitting around, and you just in there sweating to death.
It's a campfire?
Man, it ain't no campfire because it's too hot.
You said there's a fire in the middle. It sounds like y'all singing Kumbaya in that hot ass place.
Let me rephrase it. It's a source of heat.
Okay.
It's a source of heat in the middle, and I didn't. At first, I felt claustrophobic. I felt claustrophobic, and then I was like, "This." It felt like hell.
Not yet.
So
you said it was called the what room?
I forgot what the name of the room was called, but it looked like Bowser's castle.
Nah, you said it was like the demon room or something.
Oh, it was no. That's what it was like, but it was like a little dome. It was like a little dome. It was almost like a turtle shell. It had like
cool.
And then a dome.
I'm cool on that. The hottest spot I'm gonna go into is a sauna or a steam room. I'm cool on that.
Step outside.
Step outside in the Houston summer.
Yeah. That's about it.
So, or go to Vegas and step outside there for summer. There or Phoenix.
That does be different.
Different.
We flight
230 degrees, Chaz.
Nah, there's no way. It couldn't have been that high.
Y'all was melting.
I flight. It was treacherous. I would never. I was little, and then Chaz like, come on. I said, you know how when you start getting serious. Stop. Hey, no, I'm not. No.
Hey, stop. I'm not going.
Nah, for real. No, take me home.
Well, it got serious.
Yeah, it got real serious in there.
Nah, hell nah.
Nah. I mean, I appreciate you doing this for me because I ain't never done nothing like this before. But I'm cool on that room.
I'm cool, and we go to any other room, not this.
Yeah. One. See, I lost because I ended up going in there. That was before I went in there. I gave you the ending before I gave you the beginning. We appreciate everybody for joining us today. Like we listen. It's been a quiet world. Not much going on. So we just gonna chop it up. But I did see some big news. First of all, kind of in the movie news. Did you see Toy Story drop their trailer today?
I heard something about that. I thought it was fake.
No, Pixar dropped a teaser for Toy Story.
What's this? Toy Story 6?
5. So yeah, and so the rumors are true. I don't know if you've heard any of the rumors when it comes to this movie, but the rumors are true. So all the trailer is a UPS box outside the door, and it's like, Bonnie, your gift, your present is here. Bonnie goes to open it up. All the toys, they show shots of all the toys like being scared, looking scared, like they all like look like they just seen a ghost.
Yeah.
And then when she opens up the package, do you know what it is? I don't know if you heard the rumors.
I'm about to find out.
Oh, it's the iPad.
Oh, I did hear those rumors.
Yeah, right. So So when I saw that, I was like, okay, that confirmed. Because we've been hearing that for about 2 years now, that was going to be the story. So it's basically about kids and their iPads and putting the toys down. I think this was gonna be the best one.
Oh, it's the leapfrog pad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's gonna be the best one.
I think this is gonna be the best one.
That boy Woody hit Buzz the helmet thing.
So I see. Okay, I see a lot of the chat watched it today as well.
Nah, that does look promising. I'm not even gonna hold you. That looks
It's a
promising. I
teaser.
like
It
it.
comes out July 20 something,
It says
2026.
summer 2026.
I think the date is like July 20th, something like that, 2026.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's right by Spider-Man Brand New Day. That'll be his competition in July. I think Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out in July as well.
Oh,
So
solid.
huh?
I said that's solid. That's
Oh,
solid. I mean, you only got to go up against that.
right. And that was a teaser. Next year is gonna be crazy. This is we could talk about this.
Let's talk
Next year is
about
gonna
it.
be crazy with the movies. But to finish my thought on Toy Story,
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story, when I saw the trailer, like I said, already when they came up with this idea, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be a dope concept. Like when I read it, I was like, please don't do nothing else. Oh, okay. We're gonna talk about that one in a little bit too. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. Yeah, we'll talk about that one a little bit. We'll talk about that one a little bit.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I was like, yeah, I don't want them. Don't do a story about nothing else. That's the story. That's
Yeah.
the story that you got to do because that's what's happening. I say that as David's on his iPad right now.
Yeah.
So it's he still plays with toys too, but how the iPad has taken over, I believe if we had the iPads, it's just the generation that got them. We wouldn't play with toys had we had this iPad. I think Roblox is. I know it's as dangerous as it is. Roblox is a cool concept because you can play all these games with your friends.
No, yeah, Roblox is a great concept. It just sucks that other people have access to be able to do
Purse.
such things.
Just
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? But I mean, like to your point about us, if we had iPads, we would have been on them for sure. Because think about it, video games started really evolving
And
when we were
when we were
kids.
young, yeah.
And what were we doing? We were still going outside. Don't get me wrong, because I know
True,
for a fact I was
true.
blessed.
Facts.
I thank God for my family. They blessed me. I had an incredible childhood. I was blessed to have a Nintendo 64, both PlayStation 1 and 2. I had a Dreamcast, but I was playing these games, but I was still outside. Imagine if we had PS5, Xbox Series S, and Series X. Imagine if we had accessibility to PCs back when we were like 11. Oh, we ain't outside, bro. There's no way we outside. We owned the game for sure with the graphics like that and everything. Yeah. Kenny,
I agree.
I'm a Legos kid now, Kenny. Like, I mean, you can see like the Lambo right there. I got we in the process of moving, but I had Thanos the glove,
Gauntlet.
the gauntlet. I had that, but it got broken in the process of moving. Uh, me and Kate, uh, me and Kate built the iconic wave. Like it was like a wave picture. Lego came out with a set of that. We built that shit up and hung it up. Yeah, I'm trying to get like the whole Marvel situation going. Like I'm gonna get the Iron Man bus, like just the helmet. I'm gonna get that and the Spider-Man one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get me a G-Wagon to build. Like, yeah, bro, I'm a Lego kid now. So I wish I would have partake in Legos back then though. Like when I was younger.
Yeah,
Legos is
yeah,
still it.
yeah. I believe too that um we having that iPad and stuff,
Milky Way.
it's
That's
good.
what it is.
It's a good.
Milky Way.
You
That's
said
the one
what?
that we hung up.
Oh,
We hung up the Milky Way right there, and we also have the Wave as well. But the Milky Way is the one I was thinking of that
okay,
we hung up. But yes,
gotcha. It's gonna be a good movie. It's gonna be a lot of people was like, "Well, Woody, why is Woody there? Because didn't he get left at the playground?" And I was like, "Well, that's something they're gonna have to answer." I mean, I feel like they probably shouldn't have showed Woody. I'm kind of torn because it's a Toy Story movie. You have to show Woody. But how did Woody get back with Bonnie if he was left? Spoiler alert for those who still ain't took the time to watch Toy Story 4. He was left on the playground as one of the lost toys. So it's kind of we're gonna see, but it's gonna be very interesting. Then I saw the MJ trailer too. Yes, the Michael Jackson, which is a movie I one of the movies I had talked about in one of the in a video I did, that it was supposed to come out in October, but they wanted it to release in the second quarter of 2026. So that's why it got pushed to then. That's why they're
Let
showing
me
the
let me
trailer
ask you
now.
this as somebody who's really invested in that realm. Do you Two questions. Do you know why they wanted to be released in quarter two? And if so, why? Like, why specifically quarter two?
Okay, hold on. It was okay. It kind of like I heard it was. Um, I don't know specifically why they picked quarter two. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I don't know why they specifically picked quarter two. Um, it could be a lot of things. You don't really know what's going on in the behind the scenes with these movies. They could be a lot of them have to go through reshoots. A lot of them feel like sometimes they don't want to go up against another movie, or they might feel like their chances are better in April. Which is like kind of like what I said. And we'll talk about this as we're talking about movies of 2026. We'll talk about this when we talk about the Avengers. I don't know why they moved to December when December is already freaking loaded. But they can move because they feel like it's going to be a different projection for them. They can move it. It just depends. I don't know specifically why they moved it. They probably had to finish shooting some stuff. They probably had to touch up on some things, change some stories. I think they shot. If I read correctly, they shot over 8 hours of footage for this, and they're trying to trim it down to a two. However long it's going to be. But I think this has one. This has one of the opportunities to be one of um, those biopics that's legendary.
It
Like
really
like the New
does.
Edition.
Cause he look.
Well, that's his nephew.
I mean, yeah,
That's his nephew, and then
that.
I know Nia Long is playing his mother.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who's playing his dad. It's a star-studded. I'm really surprised they didn't show them in that teaser trailer. But it's a star-studded cast for that MJ movie, and I
It's
think
gonna
he
be.
sounds like
It's
him.
gonna be
He
fire.
looks like him. He moves like him. The only thing now is like, what story are they going to tell?
Yeah,
That's going to be the biggest thing about this movie. And people be like, well, what do you mean? He lived his life. But what you can still, even though you can take all these true things, you can still guide it in a sense. For like all biopics, when you see Ray Charles, when you see like I said, the New Edition story. I mean, these guys take New Edition, that's a prime example. New Edition has been um around since they were kids. You're talking about 40 years of story of and so many things that you got to leave. What are you going to leave out? Are they gonna talk about kid Michael? Are they going to talk about teenage Michael? Are they gonna this movie gonna be based off of adult Michael? Is this movie gonna be Michael in trouble? Is it just gonna be the good things? Is this it's or what they do where I think the biggest mistake would be doing a little bit of each. You don't want to see a full because you have a movie. This is different. Like New Edition, you had 3 parts of a series, so you could tell a big story because 2 hours a piece. You're looking at 6 hours worth of material. But when you're talking about a 2 hour movie, whew, good
Do you?
luck.
So let me ask you this: do you think they would have did better by either dropping this biopic like they're doing in the second quarter of 2026, or should they have done something to where they drop on like a streaming service like Netflix or Peacock or Hulu, to where it could be not necessarily a documentary, but a biopic that's broken up into, I don't want to say seasons, but just episodes, because we don't want to see seasons, even though Michael Jackson had a bunch of stuff that happened throughout his life. That there's a whole bunch of different stories that you can go ahead and tell. But do you think it would have been better for them to release it in episodes, or you think they're doing the right thing by
You
coming out with a
basically
movie?
so you're asking me like the New Edition story, which was 3 parts.
Yes.
They broke it up into 3 parts by three
Yeah.
2 hour parts, or just do the movie like they're doing. That's a very good question. I think that's a very good question because I don't want to take both sides. I'm gonna explain first, then I'm gonna pick a side. But you have when it comes to this, Michael's so big. Pause.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. Pause.
Pause.
But also at the same time, understatement. Like
Yes, Michael was
icon for sure.
icon. He deserves a movie. But with so much life and history, you could tell a better story if you do it in parts because you can address so much stuff. Kind of the example that I was given. And I said New Edition is the best one to use in this example. It's one of the more recent ones I've seen too. But it's also kind of relatable to this because if you have 3 parts, let's say each part is 2 hours long, that's 6 hours. So you're taking just off basic math, you take 6 hours compared to 2.5. That's like I think like a show with seasons, that's gonna be too much, Michael. That's gonna be too much going on. That's gonna be too nobody want to see season 2 of Michael. I feel like it's hard to do a show of a seasons of a show that you know how this ends. You know what I mean? I think we'll get too much Michael if they did like a 6 season, 10 episode. That may be long, but a three
Nah,
season.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't.
three
Also,
seasons, 10
I don't.
episodes
I don't
each.
want like. I apologize. I just don't want to completely cut you off, but I'm not saying like, dude. I don't want this to become a sitcom,
Right,
for
right,
lack of a
right,
better
right.
term. I don't want it to become a sitcom because this is a biopic, right? I'm just saying, like, if there was 8 hours recorded or if there was 8 hours filmed that they kept, do you do parts?
Yeah, I
Or
agree
do
with the
you
part.
release it all at once and you cut out? Maybe you drop this for sale. Not necessarily for sale because streaming is such a thing now, but you drop something to where here's the biopic and then here's 5 hours of unreleased footage. Like
It's the thing with the biopic is like I get what you're saying too, and the thing with it's just having more footage. Having more footage is having more footage gives you a better chance to tell a better story, but it also can go against you too, and if you had too much time to tell. And somebody like Michael, he's lived such an interesting life because him as a kid can be a movie. Him as Thriller coming into his own in that era, and when he with Thriller, that can be a movie. And then you can do a movie of older Michael, with the lawsuits, the trouble, the trouble, the alleged trouble, just the being at the pinnacle of celebrity and being at the top of his game. There's three Michael. You can tell so many different. I see Ann said they had to do New Edition like that because it's so many artists, which that is true. But even then, Michael is bigger than all of them, and Michael can still tell a story that will be just as good through 3 parts as well. So if it was up to me, I would love to watch a 3-part series because I would get the whole Michael story, and I think it would have a good cultural effect. But I do understand putting Michael in the big screens.
1000%. And I see Kenny said that he think the movie is going to bring so much money to the bring so much money at the movie theater, which I agree. This is Michael Jackson we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is a global icon, and that might be redundant, but there's not enough words to describe the popularity of Michael Jackson when he was on this earth.
He was probably the most popular person. And let me tell you something. Remember how black folks did for Black Panther?
Oh,
So you remember how black folks did for Black Panther? They showed up in their dashiki. They showed up in their queen's hats and they African gear, and they acted up, and black folks showed out.
It's about to be gloves. It's about to be people walking in with sparkly socks.
Remember this, people. White people love Michael too.
It
was white people that was out there fainting at them concerts.
Yes, it was. Matter of fact, the one in particular is the one back in 2001 where his nephew said that was one of the only times he saw his uncle Michael perform was when he did that New York show that was on CBS. And the amount of people, this is older Michael, back in Michael Dunn type Michael, and people are passing out. Like, come on, man.
And
This biopic is about to be And I don't. But the only thing is that and I'm not. I don't want to get my hopes too high about this biopic. I don't because I want to keep them as low as possible because I want the movie to surpass that, and I just wanted to say that that's the best movie I've ever seen. I don't want to get my hopes too high because you know how what happens when you get your hopes up there and then
Mm-hmm.
you watch it and it's just like it ruins the movie for you because you had your hopes so high. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get them too high, but I will say the little teaser they dropped and seeing his nephew look exactly like him and he looked like he hitting the moves perfectly.
I'm
Like
sure it took some practice. It's going to be
yeah,
great.
of course,
The
you
cast
know,
alone is
because
going
you
to be
know
great.
this is not something that they just said, "Hey, let's do a biopic of Michael Jackson."
Yeah, yeah.
No, this
They
has been in
chose.
the works for
Yeah.
years.
They chose his
For years.
bloodline, and you got great actors to support
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
I feel like the recipe already is not going to fail. Now, how great is it going to be? Is going to be the question. I do think it's going to be a phenomenal film next year and come next April. Like I said, the global impact that this movie is going to have, hope that it hopefully will have. Um, I know all his sales are going to go up. I think I saw in the teaser that is going to show him at the Super Bowl. I saw that they had people passing out. I saw the Motown performance where he did the moonwalk for the first time. Like I saw a lot of
I
different
saw the
things.
Thriller video,
Huh?
iconic. The Thriller video,
Yes, yeah.
iconic.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
but
it's gonna be
I
fine.
think so much so because I think Kenny said, yeah. Matter of fact, here it is right here. He said after trimming the movie was still 3.5 hours. So now within this 3.5 hours, obviously that means you going now you look at this 3.5 hours and you say they filmed a total and kept 8 hours, right? And they trimmed it down to 3.5. That means which parts are we taking? This is about Michael, so we're gonna see the beginning. So Jackson 5, it might not
I
be
really don't want them to show the beginning.
it might they probably would. This is a
5 minutes.
biopic, but this is a biopic. So they
Maybe.
gotta. This is a biopic. You gotta show the beginnings. You gotta show the beginnings. It's a biopic. They probably go, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be an hour of the Jackson 5. Like, nah, it's probably gonna be 15 minutes max. Jackson 5, and it's gonna start where they start catching a little steam and they rehearse it and everything, and then they have whatever their first big showing was on TV. A little bit after that, and then boom, we going into the singles or to the single career, the solo career of Michael Jackson.
I can see them doing the Jackson 5 only if the brothers are going to be if they're going to tell the stories of the brother, if they're going to include the brothers in the main story. If they're not going to include them like that, I mean, they're going to mention them. They're going to probably pop up. But if they're not going to be centered around Michael as a family, then
Mhm.
they probably won't go back into Jackson 5 because the main reason why you would do that as a director is that you want to introduce the characters. So you want to introduce characters as if you don't know, if you've never seen Michael Jackson and never heard of who he is before. So you have to establish the character of Tito. You have to establish the character of Tito, of Jermaine. You have to establish that because these are the characters going to be showing throughout the entirety of the movie. So let's establish them early. If they're going to really focus on really Michael and Michael,
Right.
then they won't need to spend
I
no
agree.
more than 30
I
seconds
can agree with that.
as a Jackson 5.
Yeah, I can agree with that. My next
It just
question
depends
is
on what kind of story they're gonna tell.
how how can I put this? How much, for lack of better terms, how much do you think they're gonna tell? Like, do you think are they gonna dabble into the whole Michael Jackson and Diana Ross thing?
I think a lot of times with these kind of biopics, especially with someone like him, Michael didn't really have a lot of, in storytelling sense, love interest. So they
Yeah,
could hint at it. They could hint at it. She
I mean
could
Diana
possibly.
Ross. From what I've heard, what I've read, what I've seen, Diana Ross played a vital part in Michael Jackson's life
Well, I mean, like I
coming
said,
up.
but like I said, this is what I remember what I said in the beginning. It all depends on what story they're going to tell. You know what I
That's what
mean?
I'm saying. What do
They
you
might
think?
not even focus on his love life. All that might take back burner to just performance and icons. This story might be, is it going to be more focused on his career? Is it going to be more focused on his family? Of course, they're going to be doing both, but what is going to be the main focus of the film? Of
Well,
course, the teaser
the
trailer
main
shows the
focus,
performance.
in my eyes is going to be Michael Jackson's career. Just
In the
Michael Jackson's
performances and
career.
the iconic performances he's had throughout the years.
Yeah, I just think that when you have an iconic song that allegedly is about her, at least 7 to 10 minutes got to be dedicated to that.
Well, yeah, but if he's never come out and said that, then
True.
they might not spend any time on it at
Very,
all.
very true.
Allegedly.
Very true. Very true.
So so
Very true.
that's why. And then you talk about 8 hours. You have to make cuts. So what are we gonna cut out? Let's cut out the part where we don't even know if that even happened or not.
Yeah, let's cut out Diana. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah, let's cut out, because how pivotal is she to telling the grand story, whatever the story that the director is trying to tell.
Mhm.
That's where it's gonna all, because
I'm
there's
rolling.
so
I'm
much
rolling.
life, you can go so many different avenues. So whatever
I'm
story
rolling.
that they decide to tell will be, that's why, like, if they're
That's
not
gonna
gonna
be a
talk about the brothers, we don't need to see the Jackson 5. They
What-
can start with Michael as a teenager. Let's start there, because let's start when he starts to, like, are
He
they gonna
cold, bro.
they're not gonna talk about him bleaching his skin and all that crap, and that's but these are all stories you could tell.
He cold, bro. I can't wait till it come out.
It's gonna be iconic. It's gonna be a great movie.
Iconic. That's one of them things. Like, that's one of the movies I'll probably say, like, hey, bro. And she'd probably be upset because there's other movies she wanted to see right when it came out, but like, that's one where it's just like,
oh yeah,
we got to be there at midnight.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be there at
midnight. They don't do that no more.
You're right. We gotta be there Thursday, 7 p.m.
Michael, I'm taking off for Michael.
Oh man, what? Come on, man.
But it made me think though of the most. I had put this list up earlier. As we were talking about Michael, just some of the most anticipated movies of next year. Remember I said earlier that next year was going to be a really big movie. So I was just going through. We talked about Toy Story 5. We talked about Michael Jackson. I'm just scrolling. I see the Send Help. The Send Help, I think, is the one with this is Sam Raimi. The film features Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien's two colleagues who become the sole survivors of a plane crash. It was a big trailer that's been going on, but these they survived this plane crash. They're the only two on this island, and they are co-workers who don't like each other. And so it's supposed to be like a pretty good movie. They got this animated movie coming out called Goat. With Goat was Steph Curry. That I know.
Locked in.
Yeah, so that's gonna be good.
Locked in.
One of the more highly anticipated movies of next year, Scream 7. People are excited. I wasn't never the biggest Scream fan, but people are like really excited about Scream.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that I'm excited because obviously you know me, I'm not that big of a horror thriller guy. I'll probably tap in when it hit streaming.
Yeah, if I can watch the other 6, I would go see the 7th one.
It would have to be I don't know.
I think I didn't see this teaser yet, but this one dropped today too. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. So of course, the Super Mario movie was. Let me tell you something.
Talk to him.
Let me tell you something. When I went to go see that Super Mario movie, I was the first one. I was like, this was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Was it the first one with the old buddy from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Chris Pratt.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you had Jack Black as Bowser.
Oh my, yeah.
So, yeah, like that was it was such a great movie. I forgot we even took the kids. I was locked in. Like I have never I mean, because we grew up on Mario. So it's to see kind of like what Sonic did. Sonic put video game movies on the map. Because it's like at first video game movies used to be frowned upon until Sonic came out and delivered a masterpiece. And now Sonic has his own franchise. Well, Mario did the same thing, and now the second part to Mario is coming out. It's called the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So you know what they're trying to do with the Super Mario thing, right? They're trying to bring all this together because they have a Donkey Kong movie coming out, and there's gonna be a Super Smash Brothers culmination film type of event,
Oh,
which is gonna be what? I'm gonna be
yeah.
53. I'm gonna be in that thing.
Isn't isn't what's it called coming out too? Matter of fact, never mind. Keep going. Keep going.
I see more to come back too. That is another one. This is another one that the first one, it was like, okay. I'm one of the people that liked the first one. And so when they delayed more to come back to until next year, I was really bummed out. But yes, I am excited for that. Ready or Not too. Have you ever seen Ready or Not?
Yes.
With the crazy lady and the family and the
Yeah.
Ready or Not Part 2. That's gonna be good. Michael Jackson, we talked about that. I just came across more to come back here. The Mandalorian, yep, that's gonna be good as well. Scary Movie 6, another highly anticipated movie. Marlon Wayans, Regina Hall, they all back in it.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5, Supergirl. We saw Supergirl at the end of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Superman yet?
I,
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah.
yeah. So
I saw it in theaters.
yeah,
First
that's why I
weekend.
can remember. I figured, but I couldn't remember. So remember, Supergirl shows up at the end of that movie,
Yep.
and now
Get
she's
that.
gonna have her movie, Woman of
Spoiler alert.
Tomorrow.
Get that damn dog.
Huh?
I say spoiler alert. Get that damn dog.
Yeah. Apparently, I heard in this movie the dog supposed to die, but we'll talk about that some other day. Minions 3. So another Minions movie, which I think is $1 billion franchise.
I
The
think so.
Odyssey, Spider-Man, of course, Brand New Day, one the last movie before which we're gonna get to. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. What other movies is coming out? This is already heavy. The Legend of Aang. I didn't know they was even making the last Airbender, but that's gonna be live. Street Fighter. All the WWE stars been getting ready for that one.
I was gonna say that because I was gonna
Okay.
transition into.
Okay.
But yeah, Street Fighter, I'm definitely looking forward to. Obviously, the WWE fighters, we've been dabbling back in the WWE. I'm gonna say that I jumped in. I'm back in the WWE. Like, shout out to my little bro Torn. He got me back tapped in. He pulled up on me. We watched the last PLE Saturday night main event. I watched Monday Night Raw, John Cena. We about to get wrestling real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see Monday Night Raw?
I saw I didn't see it. I saw the highlights.
You got Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Watch it. That's all.
I've seen what happened.
Man,
but I didn't watch it in this entirety.
All I know is that from now until John Cena's last match, I think it's going to be some of, and I'm take this with a grain of salt for those that may tune in and watch, tune in and watch later. For those that may be watching now that do follow wrestling a little bit, take this with a grain of salt. I think from now until his last match is about to be some of the best wrestling, best booking we've seen in a minute.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Because it's only 3. He only has 3 showings left. And so
it's not so much about John Cena though.
Well,
it's
with the tournament,
the tournament.
Yeah, but I think with me with the John Cena stuff, like I've been enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. It's been fun. It's been a fun year of watching wrestling, but it's I don't know if I can trust them to stick the landing in a sense.
I will say that I'm not completely. I'm not going to disagree with that at all because there has been instances. Excuse me. There has been instances where they haven't really stuck the landing like that. They're getting ready to land, and that shit's been rocky as hell.
Yeah, and the takeoff has been rocky. The heel turn, the Rock not being involved, and then kind of the heel thing not really working for a lot of people. And then
let me ask you this
at first, but
let me ask you this: do you think the heel turn hurt John Cena's tour?
The lack of storytelling behind the heel turn.
Got you.
So yeah, it's Yeah.
Because in my opinion, so you saw what happened, right? On Raw
Yeah.
with John Cena. I'm thinking, in my opinion, I think that should happen earlier.
I don't really care for him winning that title. To me, when I looked at it, like, because I was actually excited to see Monday Night Raw because it was his last one. It was his last one of in Boston, and this is last Monday Night Raw. So I actually it literally just slipped my mind.
It's not his last Monday Night Raw. It's his last one in Boston. He's on Monday Night Raw next week.
Oh, so he's on Monday Night Raw. Okay, so it's
His
Monday Night
last
Raw,
Monday Night
it's
Raw.
Survivor Series, and then Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, his last Monday Night Raw is next week in Madison Square.
That's right. Okay, I did read that. Okay, but anyways, I don't like this. So I don't like this tournament. I think this tournament is a cop out. Because when I saw that, I was like, "What the freak? What are we doing a tournament for?" Like I would have much rather him went out in a storyline, even if you would have intertwined it with the Vision and the all that stuff, going on with Jey Uso and CM Punk and LA Knight and Braun Breaker. Todd, I feel like you should be.
Oh, real.
I feel like it should have.
I fear you're cooking
I feel
because
like it should have been because going out with the story to me is better than going out on a tournament. A tournament is so to me
the
when I
tournament.
saw that, the first thing I thought was, oh, that's such a cop out because then you get fans talking like, well, is Edge? Is it going to be Chris Jericho? Man, Chris Jericho posted a picture the other day of him with no shirt on, talking about this is me at 55. Sir, you look bad. You look bad, and he don't look
I
like.
didn't see that picture, but I
Yeah,
did see
he
people talk
posted it.
about Chris Jericho. So
People talking about Chris Jericho because will he be in the tournament? Kurt Angle, all these people that y'all know that's not going to be in this tournament. Will you possibly get one? Could you possibly get an Edge? Maybe, possibly. But I think he works for the rival company,
he
right?
does.
Not the one that they're partnered with.
No, he works
Right.
for the rival.
So the odds now can it happen? Hey, Spider-Man, Sony sold Spider-Man to Marvel. They did a
True.
sharing agreement. So there was a time where I thought that would have never happened. So anything can happen. But I think the tournament is a cop out. I think they had to resort to the tournament because they have not had a plan for John Cena since August. Whenever he lost the world heavy, no, Brock Lesnar. What was the point of Brock Lesnar?
WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, since Brock Lesnar. So when Brock Lesnar came back after he lost the title to Cody, when he lost the title to Cody,
Now I fear you cooking. You cooking.
when he lost the title to Cody at help me out here, was it SummerSlam?
WrestlePalooza. Oh, excuse me.
He lost the title at
lost the
SummerSlam.
title to Cody, was it WrestleMania?
It was SummerSlam.
SummerSlam or WrestleMania?
No, he won the title at WrestleMania. So it was
Okay,
SummerSlam
so
when he lost it.
SummerSlam, yeah.
So he ever since he lost that title, then when they came back, Brock Lesnar, there was a huge pop. Brock Lesnar is returned. What the freak, Brock? You're back. He's off. He comes in, he beats John, he walks out. Then they have a fight that got scheduled out of nowhere. He beats the crap out of John and then just disappears again.
And then also tells Paul Heyman, like in
Yeah,
the midst of that, but
we'll
I
talk
think it
or
was
something.
before WrestlePalooza, he said, "We'll talk."
But
you also have to remember Brock Lesnar is still in legal.
But I don't care about that. Don't bring him back.
I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate
because
I'm rolling with what you're saying. I'm playing devil's advocate.
This is more reason why I say that they fumbled this entire tour in a sense because
and we're
you introduced The Rock, which that's the one that makes me the most upset because when you brought The Rock into this. I remember talking to Brumman. I said, this final boss character may be Rock's best character he's ever done. This final boss, the prestige that The Rock carries in this company, when you see him, you move out the way. When you're around him, you get goosebumps. This man is like the Michael Jordan dang there and what I mean by that is that he has an aura around him. And then most importantly, he's on the board. So in a sense, he is truly the final boss.
He truly is. And he's letting
It,
you know he's the final
and
boss.
he's letting you know. And I just thought him being like a king or like a Doctor Doom, and he's really the one manipulating the broad. The he let's say he come out like the Rock. The Rock had missed out on a huge opportunity because he could have been the one that was like, I've been controlling all this. Remember when Loki got to the end of time and he went to go see Kang, and what Kang said, he said, I gave you the path to get to this point. I control everything that has happened. You think you're in control, but I am the one. I am he who remains. I know I should be a freaking writer for the
He
WWE.
cooking, y'all. He
I should be a
cooking,
freaking
y'all.
writer.
He
That's
cooking, y'all. I'm not
that,
gonna lie. I'm not
that's
gonna
how the
lie.
Rock.
I'm not gonna lie, real. If The Rock would have said, I envision you doing this.
Seth, you won because of me. Cody, you are here because of me. Jay, you beat Gunther because of me. If that was the kind of power that the and thank you, Kenny. Everyone loves Dwayne Johnson.
Ooh.
Everyone loves The Rock. He would have been such a great heel, and he would have been the almighty. Like we have to like having a team of, in a sense, WWE superstars to go up against him or whatever the case can be. Either way, him and John Cena on the same team would have been epic. I thought the heel turn was awesome. That was probably still my favorite moment of this year when he made that face and The Rock did this, and he that was still it was such a
I
I
thought the
was
heel
like,
turn
what?
was dope too. I thought the heel turn was dope too. This is coming from somebody who wasn't really tapped into wrestling like that for years on end, right? And I was I would always tune in here and there, and I knew that John Cena was that guy, but he was also a babyface. So to see John Cena turn heel and in that fashion, bringing back somebody who I thought who was my favorite, or not, if not my favorite, one of my favorites, top two in The Rock, be in that whole heel turn, I was locked in. So I thought the heel turn was dope. I agree with you at the fact that the heel turn could have had more of a storyline. They could have did more with that, but that heel turn was dope. But yeah, no,
It was an amazing moment.
it was an
That was a mission
amazing,
screamer, wasn't it? Yeah,
amazing moment. You know what ruined that moment?
Travis Scott, your
All love,
classmate,
all love to
your
Travis Scott.
classmate, your classmate.
I went to high school with you, gang. Mo City. I hope that you have all of the success in the world. But there was no way in hell that you needed to be included in that storyline of John Cena turning heel, bro. At all.
He
And
could have
I,
did what Jelly
honestly, and
Roll
this is
did.
coming from somebody who wasn't really tapped in with wrestling like that. And I believe that all of the people that was tapped in, that has been tapped in with wrestling like that, I feel like they would feel the same way. There was no need for Travis Scott to be included in that storyline because that happened at Elimination Chamber. And then he came back. I don't know. I don't remember when he came back out because
Who?
Cody Rhodes finished the story.
Who?
Travis Scott. It happened at Elimination Chamber when he came out. That's why I said WrestleMania was such a big deal because I think it was I don't know if it was WrestleMania when Travis Scott came back out or if it was SummerSlam, but I felt like I can't remember what happened at SummerSlam, bro. Well, it don't matter. All I'm saying, I say all that to say that Travis Scott could have been left out of that feud of
Or
him
could have
turning.
played like a Jelly Roll, like Jelly Roll and Logan. That was a
Jelly
fun.
Roll actually fought.
That's why I'm about to go with it.
Like
Like if you're gonna
speed,
include him, give
I
him a
show
match.
speed actually was in the ring, got speared
Right.
by Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott just got salt. Well, no, he got crossroaded by Cody Rhodes.
Where he slapped him.
Well, he slapped him, but then Cody Rhodes
Mhm.
crossroaded him, so he got hit with an actual move. But
It still ain't the same.
nah, man, I don't know. I wanted to bring all of that up because I thought that since I've been tapped in, I thought this Monday Night Raw was one of the better ones because I thought that John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship and completing the Grand Slam in Boston, in his hometown, was dope. Coming from a person who recently got tapped back in fully, because I was always tapped in, but not like where I'm at right now. Being fully tapped in into WWE and seeing him win back in Boston, I think it was an amazing thing, and it was something that should have happened a while ago, but it happened, and now it's going to be intriguing to see when will he lose that Intercontinental Championship, because we all know that he's getting ready to be done. So is he going to lose it Monday in New York? Is he going to lose it in DC? Because New York is his last date before Saturday Night Main Event. So when is he going to lose it? Or is he going to go out on top with that motherfucker and they just vacate it, and then it's going to be two new contestants going for the Intercontinental Championship, which I ultimately think, and I could be dead ass wrong, I ultimately think it's going to be back in Dominic Mysterio's hands.
Yeah, it just said, let me borrow this for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Because Dom, watching that whole back and forth between John Cena and Dom Mysterio is one of them ones.
I get it.
Skills, mic skills, charisma. Like, he's one of them ones, bro. The way, like, he made that whole quote unquote, I'm not gonna say feud, but that whole like dialect, that whole debate, conversation, whatever you want to call it, between him and John Cena, he held up his end of the bargain on that. He was talking his shit, and he really showed he's a heel, and people was eating that shit up, which made John Cena winning an Intercontinental Championship even that much sweeter, in my opinion. So, but I think he's gonna end up winning that back. He's one of them ones.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't really think. I think this tournament gonna be stupid. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna watch it, of course, see what happens. You know, I think this would have probably been a better tournament had he been the world heavyweight champion, and tournament of champions, Cena's champions, or something like that. You know,
he never won that hoe though. So
yeah, I mean, I get it, but I mean, I was okay if he didn't win it either. Yeah, it wasn't
you
that.
can't go down as the greatest of all time if you ain't won all of them.
I mean, you can if you're 18 time, you know, I mean, 17 time.
You can't
champion.
go people will always have there's probably people that have won, not as many as John Cena, because John Cena has won the most, right? But people, and we've been in this content shit long enough to understand that people always try to find an argument. But when you have him win all of the titles within his realm of being in WWE, and then you have him win in that fashion, with that pop, with that charisma, with that energy in his hometown.
I don't think John Cena. I think it's fun to talk about it on tour. I don't think John Cena, in the eyes of history, will go down as the greatest of all time. Even with the Intercontinental, whether he won it or not, I don't think he will be seen as one of the greatest of all time. I think people are calling him that now because it's what's in our face and that's what they're selling. That's what Triple H is telling us, because of this retirement tour. But I think when in 10, 15 years from now, I don't think he will be labeled as one of the greatest of all time. I think he'll be people's top 5. He might be in people's top 10s. You know what I mean? He's gonna always be in somebody's top 10.
Well, I mean, because the greatest of all time is subjective.
Well, and I think too, it's wrestling, so it's not
true. It's all about who captivates the audience there, right then and there.
It's entertaining, and the winner is determined. You know what I mean? So we're watching a story. You know what I mean? And we're watching it unfold. So I don't. That's why, and I think that's what makes it so subjective. I can say Tom Brady is the greatest of all time because Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowl champions, and I've watched him dig his team out of holes each, and and blah blah blah. I can go and look at the numbers. He's the number one in this past year. I can go to numbers. Michael Jordan. I can go to numbers. I mean, wrestling. Yeah, you can go to numbers, but them are not. I hate to say, not real numbers.
Because there's a, for lack of better terms, there's a script behind it. You know who's going to go
You
over.
know who's gonna write. And so to me, the amount of titles that you win and how many times you won it don't mean nothing. What I'm gonna love about John Cena, what I'm gonna miss about John Cena, because I remember as a kid, I remember when John Cena first came aboard, and I remember as a kid, I remember he would go on SmackDown and he would come out, yo, 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 big show, and he would get these raps. And I remember me and Derek would then go on the internet and then go print out those raps so that we can repeat them, because that's how much influence John Cena had on me as a kid. You know what I mean? So I didn't even. John Cena is gonna. I'm gonna miss John Cena because he's probably like he's literally like the last person from that generation of wrestling that's, well, I mean, you got Randy Orton and stuff still too, but that last like mega superstar from that era that's leaving in a sense. So to me, he will always hold a special place in my heart, But when you're comparing him to the Shawn Michaels, I'm still with Triple H, The Undertaker. I don't care what nobody say. The biggest event that you can wrestle in, if you want to go stick to numbers, he's 22-1. Something. What is it? Um, you know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about a guy that was 20-0 at one point on the biggest stage in all of sports and entertainment. You're talking about The Rock, who was cold on the mic, who was cold in the ring. You're talking about, some people believe, Stone Cold freaking Steve Austin. Some people look at Roman Reigns as the longest. What did he have the title for? 5 years? 4 years?
Forever.
You know what I mean? So
Forever.
I think when you look at that list, some people can say Kurt Angle. Some people go older than that. Hulk Hogan. Andre the Giant. So I think in a few years, when the dust settles from this retirement tour, he's gonna be called the GOAT. He's gonna go out. They're gonna give him a praise. They're gonna say he's the greatest of all time. But when I don't think time is gonna be on the favor of John Cena when you're comparing him to actually being the greatest of all time.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I also want to switch gears because it just got announced 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch gears I'm gonna stay in sports.
Really quick, shout out to everybody that's enjoying the Northern Lights. I see that a lot of the country is able to see the Northern Lights. That happens, I believe, in Alaska. A lot of the northern part of the country is able to witness it. I don't know what's going on, how it's happening.
Northwestern, probably.
I think it's actually like a lot more of the country than that. That for some reason I didn't read it in its entirety, but I did see a video that someone said that they're able to see the lights. So shout out to all y'all on the north side of the country that's enjoying the Northern Lights.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised. It's got to be up there because I would have heard it from my wife for sure. Keeping it sports related, I just found, or it was just announced officially, that the NBA is changing the All-Star game.
What?
The NBA is changing the All-Star game. So what we have known it as is that they've changed it a few times. They changed to where it was, you had your teams, you had East versus West, then you had team captains who picked their teams, and then it would go into Mamba rules, which basically you would have to score was it 24 points in the fourth, like when the fourth quarter hit, you had a ending score. So it'd be 8 points or 24 points, whatever. I think it was 8 points that you had to score to win the game. Then you had it could have been all-star, it could have been rookie, sophomore, but you had 3 or 4 different teams. Well, now the NBA All-Star game that is going to be in Los Angeles, California this year, the NBA All-Star game will be USA versus the world. That is the All-Star format for the NBA this year. I just had what the rules will be, but Here it is. The 2026 NBA All-Star Game format. 3 teams, 2 USA teams, 1 world. 4 games each, or excuse me, 4 games, 12 minutes each. Round robin, each team plays the other 2. Championship will be top 2 from round robin, will meet in game 4. All Stars, 24 players, 12 from each conference, selected without regard to position. Going to be interesting. I will probably end up doing a video on this, posting this to my stuff. But yes, the NBA has made the change. It will be NBA versus the world, essentially, because NBA is USA. So NBA with USA versus the world. 2 USA teams, 1 world team, which means all of the best players that you see in the NBA are going to be on the world team. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray. I was about to say Bam Adebayo, but he's from North Carolina, so he doesn't count. But Victor Wembanyama, um, Joel Embiid is a toss-up. He's a wild card. He's a gold medalist for Team USA, but he's a wild card. You got Alex Sarr from France, Zachary Ricochet from France. Like, there's a lot of international players that really got that go that could be playing for the world. So it's going to be interesting to see how All-Star Weekend goes, who's going to win, because the world literally has Wemby, SGA, and Nikola Jokic. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is stupid.
They trying to bring the it's a terrible attempt, in my opinion. Because the All-Star game, as millennials have gotten older, the All-Star games have gotten worse. And I honestly don't know what will bring it back. It's got to be like people that play in the NBA that's going to be passionate about bringing back. I think you got to actually put like a beneficial prize pool. Like, if you're an all-star and you're playing an all-star game, we're going to give $5 million, $10 million to the winning team. It's got to be beneficial for them to want to play in order for it to be good. And obviously, in order for them to want to play, you got to put money into it. So I think that this is going to be kind of meh, but I don't want to jump the gun. I want to see it happen. But I will say, with Wemby, Jokic, and SGA heading up the world team, not to mention, the Jamal Murrays of the bunch, Giannis of the bunch, it can get wicked.
This is stupid, and because the NBA, they're trying. You're trying to convince people that don't want to play better and play harder. Let me tell you something, Adam Silver. And Vino, you said that you don't know what you could do to fix it. Let me tell you what you do to fix it. You can't. The players have to want to go out there and play. No amount of money is not going to help them, because let me tell you this: when them niggas get together in the offseason and they be hooping at these different gyms, they be playing a lot harder than they do for the All-Star game. So that brings me to the point where it's like, there is not, you have to want to be able to go out there and put on a show and to compete. These guys, they all like each other, they friends, they get along, you know what I'm saying? They cool, because that's at the basic level of all this. The second thing is, this format is stupid. Why do we need 2 US teams?
I will say the format is stupid.
I don't want to see
there should not be 2 USA teams, but obviously, because what did I say, 3 or did I say 3 or 4?
There's 4 games, 3 teams. There's 4 games, 12 minutes each. Nobody wants to watch 12-minute games.
That's because but it's not 12-minute games. that's literally going to be, oh, foul. We pass it back in. It's an all-star game. That shit goes quick. It's not going to be like a regular game.
Exactly why we don't want it.
I'm not.
I don't want to watch 4 games at 12 minutes each.
We
To watch
watch.
2 U.S. teams in one world.
I'm not gonna say we, but I'm not gonna say we like me and you. I'm gonna say we as a consensus of the general population. We watched 4 teams play in the last All-Star game.
I agree, and it was stupid.
It was they tried bringing in Kevin Hart, making it popular. I agree with you. I mean, how can I put this? I agree with you. The only people that are going to make the NBA All-Star game work is going to be the players.
That's it.
Back when we were coming up, when you look at when everybody was able to wear their team's jerseys back in the early 2000s, when you got AI wearing his Sixers jersey and paying homage to Dr. J wearing the number 6, when you got Vince Carter and T-Mac wearing their jerseys, when you got the Dirks, the KGs wearing their jerseys, the Kobe coming in as a second year, topping the All-Star voting, wearing his own jerseys. Like, that was the vibe, and everybody played like they was hoping because they want the bragging rights that the West was better than the East. The players are going to be the only ones that make this NBA All-Star game. If the players are not going to compete when it comes to All-Star weekend, and I understand 82 games, y'all feel like y'all hurting, whatever the case may be, especially with more access to doctors, technology popping up, like y'all should be able to play all 82 compared to the Charles Barkleys and all of them playing. But if you feel like you are not able to play, I understand that. I respect that. But if you want the All-Star game to be popping, if you want these incentives, if you want these bonuses, if you want this extra cash, you need to play your heart out in All-Star weekend. You need to give the fans what they paying for. It's going to be in LA. Them tickets is not
You're gonna
cheap.
give it to me anyways.
Them tickets is not cheap.
Yeah, but you're gonna give them. Why do I need to play hard? You're gonna give it to me anyways.
What do you mean?
You're gonna give me the extra cash and whatever that. I mean, I'm gonna get sold.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have to make an incentive. The winning team gets an X amount, and it has to be an amount to where they're like, "Oh,
I don't think money can change it. I don't think money can change it. That's what I'm saying. Money won't change it.
I think I don't care how much they make. If it's going to be extra compared to what they're making, they will play hard.
I don't think so because they go to these gyms and play extremely hard.
No, they don't. No,
they
don't.
No.
Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference, because you see them go to them gyms and they play extremely hard. They're not getting paid. They do that to prove a point because somebody was literally in their inbox the entire season saying that they can't do shit, and they finally get to line up with them and they torch them. But money is just a good incentive as somebody being in their inbox.
I mean, I see in principle what you're saying. I don't think that's the case. I think these NBA players, they just don't. They go out there and part of this, I think it's a lot of different factors. It could be the ring culture, so nobody want to get hurt. I think it's a brand thing. Everybody's a brand, so nobody wants to get embarrassed. So nobody wants to go out there and play real defense on somebody and get crossed up, and now the brand is damaged. Everybody's a brand. But back in the 90s, it wasn't really like I mean, and of course you had all superstars, but not everybody was really a brand.
Everybody had a brand. Everybody had a brand. It was just levels to it.
Correct. I mean, it's
just like it is
here,
now.
but it's a lot different in today's world where a lot of these guys, LeBron and KD and Wemby and Giannis, they all have these particular brands. No, that's why nobody wants to be in a dunk competition, because nobody wants to lose. Because if you go in the dunk competition and you lose, that's gonna be you lost.
That shit is dumb. That shit's dumb to me though, because you lose in the dunk contest. Oh well, nigga, you ain't
Flight,
that creative.
flight.
You
I
still
agree.
you still got bounce like
That's my flight. You're. That's my point.
like
And that's what I'm saying behind all of this is that's why I don't think there's no amount of money. I mean, of course, if you go out there and say winning team gets $100 million, yes, them niggas gonna go out there and play it. So I guess let me not say that there's not an amount of money, but of course that's not realistic. That's not going to happen. So what is the only way that you can help? The only way that the All-Star game will improve is if these guys go out there and say, hey, you, we need to go out there and show that we better than them. And you know, it don't even take everybody. It takes one. If one person go out there and takes it, like he gonna take it
what
serious.
I
Like, I
will
don't want
say
to talk to me or nothing.
the first year they introduced the Mamba rules,
Uh-huh.
best one we seen by far. Whenever they introduced to where it was the 24 point from whoever was leading, the Elam ending, the first year was the best year. I feel like, and I thought they could have kept doing that. When they keep trying to switch it up and figure it out, that's where it's messed up. It's on Adam Silver to say like, "Hey, it's on y'all if y'all want some money, provide the entertainment for All-Star Weekend."
Well, because they think they the way that they look at it is they see it as you know, like we have a long season. It's supposed to be a vacation. We're supposed to be taking a break, but we still got to
They
be
also,
playing.
I will say they also recently.
Cry me a river.
I say recently, but it's probably within the last 10 years. When All-Star Weekend came, they got like a whole week now. So now, motherfuckers is not even trying to be All-Stars because they want that week off.
Well, it's just like LeBron last year. Like when he got voted the All-Star, you're not gonna play. Move so someone else can do it.
I agree. I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here.
14 times, 14 straight, or whatever he is, 18 straight, 20, whatever LeBron James.
I don't want to sit here and say that like I don't want to sit here and say that I'm against it. Like what LeBron did last year, weak. Get that shit up, bro. Like you so caught up on being like, bro, you are the all-time leading scorer. You are literally top 10 in like 3 or 4 categories. You not getting an all-star this year is perfectly fine, bro. Well, because you already hold the record.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the brand. That's what I'm saying. This brand with these NBA guys specific, which the sport is a little different. You know, you can see their faces, unlike football where they hide behind a helmet. But so the face is a big thing. But it's the brand. Nobody wants to upset the brand. Everybody's looking out for each other. Everybody trying to secure the bag. Nobody wants to get injured. Blah 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 blah. It's a bunch of guys who say they love playing basketball, but don't want to play basketball because they don't want to play too hard against each other. And they've been on AAU forever. They've been knowing each other since they was kids. They in the league. They doing let teammates do one-on-ones against each other. When Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was going one-on-ones against each other, like it's the only way the All-Star game. I want to make sure I make this very clear. The players have to want to do it.
I agree.
No matter what format.
I wholeheartedly agree.
It's so confusing. What do you mean? Why are we doing 4 games at 12 minutes each? For what? NBA
I don't like
for that. What?
I don't like the 4 games. I just give us the All-Star game. If you want to do US versus World, cool. Do that. Just give us an All-Star game and just give us some niggas that's going to compete.
Just do USA versus the world. Give me the 10 best world players. Give me the 10 best USA players. Put them on the freaking court. Now, this is
and
one.
Give them a bonus, and then give them a crazy ass bonus for whoever wins.
I'm screw the money.
That's all. Like the money. Whether you like it or not, whether we like it or not, whether the fans like it or not, what is going to motivate them, no matter how much money they are making. If you give them a number and there's going to be something that all of them get, I believe I'm not going to say that's going to fix it all, but I think they will play a little bit harder if you say that y'all are going to win X amount of dollars a piece.
I do agree with that Of course, because if you give somebody, if you throw out the right number, of course it'll make them do that. But the chance of that happening is very slim to none. To be like, all right, well, winning teams gonna get, they're not about to play hard for no $5 million. I can tell you that. Well, 5 million each, possibly. But if it's a total of 5 million for the team, possibly.
You gotta
But
remember the NBA is multi-billion-dollar business.
I understand that, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna throw around money like that either. So if I think this is the best format to get people to play hard, because what other time do they play hard? Is when
Playoffs.
And
it's only playoffs.
No,
There's no
the
end.
Olympics. The Olympics is when they play very, very hard because they are righteous and they are protective of their country. Now, stay with me now.
Oh, you're saying as of late.
Well, even back in the day, they played hard. Why they
didn't play hard. They knew off the rip. Michael Jordan was literally playing 36 holes and drinking before he lined up against a motherfucker to lock them up for half the game, and they was already up 50.
Well,
we're not going to sit here and say that the NBA players were playing hard in the Olympics.
I think
all the way up until 2016. 2016 is when I can say that Team USA was starting to play hard.
Well, hold on. Yes, they were playing hard back in the day. They were just so much more talented than everybody. There's a difference. Of course, the talent level has now became closer. So now that the gap has closed, of course, it looks like they're playing harder now. But you cannot sit here and tell me Michael Jordan was drinking and stuff before he played NBA games. So that's just Michael Jordan's thing.
Okay, we'll take it a step. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley definitely didn't care.
Yeah,
he just knew what was up.
Well, they knew they were so much better.
They weren't playing hard, bro. They knew they were so much better. That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
2016 is when shit started to change. Like,
even 2008.
No, 08 was 08.
Who lost?
Huh?
Who lost? 08 or 12?
None of it. Or 08 or 12 didn't lose. It was 04 that lost.
It was 04 that lost. Okay.
So 08 came back because the people that played on 04, LeBron, D-Wade, Carmelo, they had a point to prove and say, like, yeah, we here.
So
2012 happened.
They were playing hard in 8
because they had a point to prove. Like,
my point.
I'm going crazy, so I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't because motherfuckers was better than them. Like, let them know that like USA is really here. Like, y'all think we really here. We playing hard for the first. I think they played hard for one game all the way up until tournament play, and then when they played Spain, was it 08 or 12? I think it was 12 when they played Spain, and that's when Kobe had his whole legendary moment. That's when they played hard. I honestly and truly believe that 08 team didn't play hard the entire Olympics. They had particular games where they decided to play hard.
Well,
2016 is when USA has to play extremely hard, and from there on out, they have to play hard.
I think we don't want to get confused of playing hard and playing hard and it being hard. You know, that I think that's the two things. We playing hard and it being hard. In 2016, they had to play hard because it was hard. I do think they played hard back in the day, but when they played, I mean, it's not like an all-star game. They were actually out there hooping. Now, was it easy to them? Yes, but they were hooping though, because Michael Jordan on his watch was not fit to let you win.
But also at the same time, I can say at the same time that you could. Were you trying hard or playing hard? You could play hard and not be trying hard.
No,
you could be
playing hard, and it is hard. Like I'm saying, like as far as the competition. So because it is hard, it might look like someone is trying hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When MJ was playing, that shit hard. 08, that shit wasn't hard.
Well, but it wasn't hard. But that doesn't mean they wasn't trying hard. That's the point I'm saying. Because they was trying. Because that team was.
Well, we'll never know that. We'll never know that because we weren't them. We weren't those 12 to 15 guys on that Olympic team.
either way, my point is, but the reason why I brought that up, I think we went away from my point. The point is that they're playing harder in the Olympics than they are in the All-Star game, and that's the whole point I'm making.
Okay,
So,
if that's your
hold on.
point,
So
I agree
let me close it out. Let me close the
1000%.
point. Let me close the point real quick.
I agree 1000%.
Let me close the point real quick. The reason why I brought that up is because if they're trying, if the Olympics that they're trying to have a pride for their country, so they're going to play hard. Which brings me back to the original thing. What I was going to say was that's why I think this format, if any format is going to make someone play hard, it would be this format with the USA versus the world.
But you think it should be literally 12 and 12. It shouldn't be 14.
Correct. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I agree with you on that.
Are they going to play playoff hard? No, I'm not saying that.
No.
But they're going to play way harder because, like you said, you have Jokic over there. Because these foreign guys are a little different. They don't believe in the celebrity like the American players do.
Yeah, they don't care.
So Wemby, Jokic, Shea, all these guys are going to come to ready to bust their heads because and that's the whole reason why I brought all that up. Just because all of that, when you're playing for your country, because in a sense, USA versus world, you're playing for your country because you can't go out there and embarrass.
Let me throw something in there just for devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Being that we know that the world don't care, the Shea, the Jokic, the Wemby, being that they don't care, do you think they're gonna care for All-Star? Because obviously Jokic.
What did you say in the beginning? I'm sorry. Say the question one more time.
Jokic, Luka, and Wemby might care, but Jokic, Lukic, and SGA don't care nothing about the All-Star game. They care about that.
I think they would. I think when they look around on the other end and see Ant and they see Devin Booker and they see KD and they see them guys, and I know that they love to friendly. I think, like I said, I'm not asking for playoff intensity.
I'm not either. Mind you,
better than what y'all been giving me.
Mind you, I'm one of them guys that are looking for somebody to compete in All-Star. I'm one of them guys, right? I'm saying that to your point, it might be different that it's USA versus world. I'm hoping the fan in me is hoping that ignites a flame under the world players.
If any format can do it, I can see this.
This format can do it because SGA, Jokic, and Luka. I can say SGA we saw it last year. Jokic and Luka we saw in previous years. They do not care about All-Star Weekend. They non-care.
But I think this format would make him. But like I said, I'm not saying that it won't. I'm not saying that this format would fix it. I'm saying if any of the formats could work, I can see USA versus world. But I do think you would have more. You're right because the only way I can see it going wrong. But I do think with these foreigners getting together, I do think they would have a sense of pride for their country. Because
that's how I feel.
That's what I'm leaning on. That's what I'm leaning on.
Exactly.
That's what I'm leaning on. You're right. You're right. They can get out there and do the same bull crap. But I do think that when them guys get together, they like these Americans are going to let's show them that the world has. I think they would put the world on their back, and it'll be like and then USA will adapt this. It's us versus the world type of mentality. And I think you could possibly. Well, think about the storylines that you can create with this, and I just think it could possibly, if anyone could work, I do think this one could work, but I don't know.
I agree. I think this storyline could work. I don't like the separate teams. I think you should just put 12 USA.
Yeah.
12. There's enough world members in the league that can be all-stars.
Yeah.
You
can at least get a strong
because
8.
It don't matter. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, let's say I'm just gonna name off people: Shea, Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Wemby, Steph, LeBron, KD,
and
Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum can't even be included because he's hurt.
We're gonna lose. We got Cat.
But shit, Cat could mess around and be part of the world. Well, no, he can't. Dominican Republic is U.S. territory. So
okay. What about I just had the name and I lost it. What about
You got Kristaps Porzingis,
no, that's not who I was
world.
thinking. Who was
Um,
I thinking? I was just thinking. I was like, damn, they
Jaime
work.
Jaquez, world. Bam Adebayo can switch. Joel Embiid can switch.
Joel Embiid is going to go with America. If he didn't go
He
with
didn't go with
America,
France, so
yeah,
he went with
I wouldn't.
America. Yeah, he could. He could. Yeah.
I don't even know if he's allowed back in that country. I had the way he betrayed them.
Um,
I wouldn't let him back.
you got rookies. VJ Eggs Chacombe, that's Bahamas.
What is Seguin? Segun?
Sengun, Turkey.
Oh, he's Turkey.
Um,
What about Bogdanovic? Don't he
Bogdanovic, Slovenia. Demontis Sabonis. I ain't gonna say Slovenia, but not here.
Yeah.
Um,
Their team is good.
the world team is literally something you got. Like USA ain't something that you could just say, "Oh shit, it's white." No, they got off the top. The world has SGA, Jokic, Luka, and Wimby.
You know
It's
what?
OV. I'm not gonna say it's OV. I'm saying it's scary off of those four alone.
I'll say this. I know we got to go. I looked at the time, but I'll say this about. I just thought of another format that I remember being rumored that I think will work too. That would give them some motivation. Well, I guess it would depend, but I'll say that. Get your take, and then we can get out of here. You do go back to the East versus West, and the winner gets finals home field advantage.
That's how it used to be.
So that's how it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
If
that.
I'm not mistaken, and I could be completely wrong.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I
Learn
thought
me
it
something.
was whoever won the All-Star game got home court advantage.
Yeah, I'll play my
But
behind off of that,
no,
especially if my team
and
is
now I'm
running.
thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it. Whoever had, I think it was always whoever had the better record going into the finals, regular season.
Right.
Whoever had the better record got home court advantage.
That's how it normally is, right?
That's how it normally is, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah, but now if you add the All
but
Star
if
game,
you add the All-Star game and say like West or East,
yeah,
the West wins, it doesn't matter what their record is compared to the East, they get home court advantage. That I always, to your point, I always felt like that should have been a thing.
Yeah, I think
because that makes the
motivated
All-Star game more, because more than likely the All-Stars that you have in the game are going to be a part of the teams that are top in each conference, right?
Right.
And they feel like they're going to make a push towards the finals.
Right.
So they're going to play harder because it's like I'm coming into the season like I'm trying to get to the playoffs. Not only am I trying to get to the playoffs, I'm trying to get to the finals, and I'm trying to have home court advantage. So it doesn't matter. We can go 7. I know that my team is going to have home court advantage. Game 7, NBA Finals, something that I've dreamed of as a youngin'. We're going to have home court advantage. Fans cheering me on as I'm getting ready to take this last shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always thought. Whoever wins the All-Star game gets home court advantage.
That would motivate. That would
motivate.
Give you a sense of motivation.
Give them that and money. Like, it doesn't have to be a bunch, because I honestly believe money motivates these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
don't have to be much, but if you give them home court advantage and money,
you're gonna win something. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
Man.
And then
that's easy. That's easy.
That because we live in a ring culture now, where that's what everybody cares about. That's the reason why they're not doing what they're doing now. Nobody wants to get hurt, because you gotta get ready to chase that ring in the back half of the season. So if you include that into the prize, so okay, the way I would help you get to your ring is that if your team wins, then you get home court advantage in the NBA Finals.
Exactly. I'm rolling.
And I think yeah, we'll see how this goes. Well, this is gonna be trash. No, nobody wants to watch 12. Nobody wants to watch 3 12-minute games.
No.
This is gonna be trash. I can tell you that right now.
But I'm a tune in as an NBA fan. But
I'm gonna watch it, but it's gonna be trash.
I'm really gonna be optimistic that it's not gonna be trash, but it's gonna be that thought in the back of my mind.
Yeah. That was, I can't believe the NBA did. NBA, what they're gonna do next year? They're gonna have 23 and under.
I'm not mad at Adam Silver throwing shit at the wall.
You know what?
At least he's trying.
I will say that. Yes, I will say that. Yes, he is trying. Yes, and I remember they was talking about they brought Larry Bird in to talk to the team. Like y'all, none of that don't matter. I'm telling y'all, none of them niggas ain't listen to nothing Larry Bird got to say. They, they don't care about nothing Larry Bird talking about in their locker room. They about to go out there and still shoot 1,000 threes.
Facts, and it's trickling over to college. I watched a very mid college matchup. It was 62 threes shot between both teams in the first half, and the score was 47-40.
Yeah, insane.
So it trickles over into college too. So
F you, Steph Curry. Yeah, that's crazy. But no, we appreciate everybody for joining us for this long, extended but fun conversation that we had today, man. Well, what do y'all think about the All-Star format? It is stupid, but that's what me and Flight, we both agree that it's stupid. But we want to know what you all think in the comments. Let us know. Do you think this record? What do you think this format is good? What format do you think they should try in the future that you might think will get the players that be up and going? So it was a fun show back. We appreciate everybody. One thing I was gonna talk about too before you brought the NBA was Grand Theft Auto. You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Check. Check.
All right, we good.
Okay. So I was gonna bring up GTA being delayed, but we'll delay that conversation for next week.
Yeah, delay that shit because that shit ain't coming out till the end of next year.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a big news this week as well. But we appreciate everybody for doing it, joining in, being a part of the conversation. I know we went all over the place, but it was a lot of fun though. A lot of fun, just chatting about the different things and. Yeah, we so glad that you all chose us to spend your Tuesday nights with. Thank you to everybody that was in the comment section, commenting and being a part of the conversation. We really appreciate that on today. So I think we'll be back next Tuesday, right? If everything goes well, right? Next Tuesday.
Yes, so we'll be back.
We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same place. Make sure you are here. Make sure you don't be late because I promise you we're going to have us a good time on next week. Until next time, this has been episode 136, and this is your boy Peachy Perfect.
I'm Vino Flight.
And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got a family to feed, so I can't be lazy. I gotta smoke